3 minutes while the feeder's rolling. I can look through those options and just keep up to date with a couple minutes a day.
FarmWeekNow.com. All ag, all Illinois, all you need.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. Terri Miller-Casey is the Extension Director for the U of I Extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties. Good morning, Terri. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Seth. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, you have one of the more unique, jobs, if you will, in the fact that your Logan County Fair kind of really bleeds right into the state fair. So you really get hit with, the busyness of the Logan County Fair, and then obviously having to, help and get to the state fair not there long after. So how about the Logan County Fair? We'll start there today, Terri. How was the Logan County Fair from your perspective?
Oh, it was great. It was a wonderful fair. Our showing numbers were up for the kids. The quality of projects were excellent. We had beautiful weather during the fair for our livestock shows. And our 4-H night was wonderful. It was packed with folks, and it was a beautiful evening. We even managed to squeeze it in before the few raindrops that we did end up getting. It was great. Just a really wonderful fair.
Good to hear. Of course, off to the state fair, Terri. Now, did you have a lot of kids from the Logan County Fair? Did they end up with a lot of projects at the state fair?
Yes, we ended up with a lot of kids from Logan, Sangamon, and Menard counties representing our unit at the state fair. Our show was on Friday, August 11th. That was our day to show, and it was amazing. Wonderful projects. The kids were excited. It was good to see them there with all their family. It's one of the best days of the year for myself and our staff, because we really get to see the kids shine. We get to see the culmination of a whole year's worth of effort, and it's just a wonderful. It's just a great day. You never want it to end. Actually, it's sad that it's only once a year.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. What is it? Probably a lot of folks wonder, Terri, maybe they're not familiar with how 4-H works, and the 4-H fair, transitioning to the state fair. What does it take for an individual to have their project qualify for the state fair? Do you mind speaking to that at all?
No. First off, the kid would be need to be a 4-H member, and they would need to be a part of a 4-H club, and they would need to attend a certain amount of meetings. 2 meetings be a minimum, but we would like them to attend as many as they could. Then they would need to register their project, say, hey, I think I want to do this project. So they would register as doing that project. And they don't have to, they're not under obligation. They just kind of guess. Toward the beginning of the year, you say, I think I might want to do some photography. I'll get the photography book and I'll learn a little bit about it. Oh, I might want to do some cooking. Let me get the project book for that and learn more about cooking. And then as we approach the fair, there is a deadline to actually register that project for the fair. And so the kid goes in and goes, yep, I'm ready. I'm going to show my cooking project, and I'm going to show my photography project, and I'm going to take it to the local fair. So I'll take it to the Logan County Fair. And then they come that day and they sit with a judge. It's conference style judging, which means the judge sits with every single project and the kid, and they talk about the project. The 4-H'er gets a chance to discuss how they created their project, what they learned. They can talk about the information that they got from the project book, their successes, their failures, things they might do better next year. They discuss all of that with the judge. And then afterwards, the judge will award ribbons, and it's not competitive per se. You're looking at a range of ribbons from blue, red, and white. Blue means that they've completed the project satisfactorily. They met all of the requirements. Red means they may have missed something. Maybe their photography was, it was supposed to be a certain way, and they didn't quite get it right, or it was a baking project and it was supposed to be a raisin bread, but they left the raisins out. Something like that wasn't quite right. And then the white ribbon would be that they really just totally missed the mark. It's very rare that we ever see white ribbons. We do see a few occasional red ribbons. One time my daughter got a red ribbon. she did a writing project and she forgot to cite her sources, and that was a requirement. So hard lesson learned for her, but she didn't make the mistake again. She learned from that. But most of our projects get blue ribbons, which acknowledges their success and their efforts. And then in each category, there are kind of what I like to call like the reserves or the judges' choices. And those will get promoted on to the state fair. So they'll say, hey, this piece of artwork was really outstanding in its class, and we will promote this one and offer the opportunity for that 4-H'er to take their project and represent our county at the state fair. And so my daughter got to represent her county in artwork, so in the state fair. So we went on Friday, and she checked it in and met with a judge in a very similar manner, the conference judging style, talked about her project, got a ribbon, which was fantastic. She did not get the champion or the reserve. That's okay. 2 wonderful projects got it, but she had a wonderful opportunity to see other projects that kids were doing, get great feedback and critique from a judge who was really positive and uplifting. And so that's kind of how the whole 4-H project showing works.
In a nutshell, basically.
Yeah, it is. And our staff helps guide our new families through that process, because it can seem a bit daunting, but once they break it down for you, it's not too bad.
Sure. Terri Miller-Casey, Extension Director for the U of I Extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties, our guest on the phone here for this morning. And so, Terri, we mentioned it's State Fair week, and so what does that look like for you as an Extension Director? Do you have extra responsibility? Does the State Fair ask much of you as an Extension Director? How about some of that?
Yeah, well, we're uniquely located because we obviously have our extension office in Springfield. So that really helps logistically for them. Of course, I attend on the day that all of our county kids are showing, which happens to be also the day my daughter shows. So that makes it very convenient. So Friday, the Sangamon, Logan, and Menard 4-H'ers were there along with 1/3 of the state. They split it up, the state, into thirds and do judging on 3 different days. Because if we had all of them there on the same day, it would be quite overwhelming for facilities and for judges. So they do split that up. So 1/3 of the state was there on Friday, and we attend to cheer on the kids and celebrate their successes. Also, our staff will help with judging. Our staff also help man booths, such as alumni booths or informational booths pertaining to 4-H throughout the week. We also the regular ag breakfast did get rained out this year, but we always attend that, and they did kind of have a nice breakfast in the Department of Ag tent. So we, go there and support 4-H and ag in Illinois, and then there'll be the Sale of Champions tomorrow night, and we'll attend that. So it's a lot of fun. We're representing a wonderful organization in 4-H and University of Illinois Extension, but we also have a lot of fun talking to people throughout the state, meeting people from all walks of life, and particularly with agriculture.
Very good. So busy week here. Now the State Fair wraps up Sunday? Am I correct?
Oh gosh, yeah, man, that goes fast.
I know, it's already Tuesday.
Yeah, because it started Thursday with the Twilight Parade, so usually it's 2 weeks long. So holy cow, that went fast.
Indeed. Well, Terri, anything else on Logan County Fair, State Fair I haven't touched on you want to put out there for us today?
It'll be a good transition because I do have some Master Gardener stuff to talk about. But if you're at the State Fair, please go by the Idea Garden. The Idea Garden is put out there and maintained and planned every year by our Master Gardeners, our local Master Gardeners. It is over by the Junior Livestock Building. It is beautiful if you have not seen it. There are Master Gardeners and Master Naturalists on duty to help answer questions about the garden. It provides a lot of ideas, why it's named the Idea Garden, for people to take home to their own home landscapes. And they're available to answer questions, not only about what's there, but also about things you may want to put in your yard. So please stop by the Idea Garden by the Junior Livestock Building if you're at the State Fair.
All right, easy enough. Well, Terri, you mentioned you've got some Master Gardener things. I'll tell you what, I don't want to cut us off mid-conversation. So if you don't mind, we'll take a break here and we'll come back and get to all of that. In the meantime, where do folks go to learn about all things extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties?
Sure. You can go to our website, extension.illinois.edu/LMS, and you can explore to your heart's content all of our content there. And of course, you can always call us at the Lincoln office. It's 217-732-8289.
Fantastic. Again, that is Terri Miller Casey, Extension Director for the U of I Extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties. Plenty more to come with Terri coming up on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now. The Chicago Board of Trade on this Tuesday. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network. We start the day in the red with corn, beans, and wheat. September corn opening 471 3/4, down 4. December corn down 4.5, 483 1/4. March corn 497, down 4.5. September beans starting the day 1337 1/4, down 15 3/4. November beans down 3 3/4, 1322 1/4. January beans 1331 1/4, down 3.5. September wheat 606 1/2, down 9.5. December wheat down a dime, 631 1/2. And March wheat starting the day 657 3/4, down 9 3/4. September bean meal 410.90, down 440. And September bean oil 66.12, up $1.07. Opening numbers of the Chicago Board of Trade on this Tuesday. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
This is Scott Baum at Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. We believe in putting customers first. That's how we started, and it's why we go the extra mile for our customers. Looking for a new or used vehicle? We have transparent pricing for new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. See all our pricing and pictures online at your convenience. Or come in and visit our full-service team today at Clinton or Farmer City. BaumChevyBuick.com. Right from the start.
CEO Paul Scourin here from Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton. Call our family medicine clinic now to get your children's school physicals scheduled. We're accepting new patients of all ages. More info by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Terri Miller Casey, Extension Director for the U of I Extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties, on the phone with us here for this morning. And, you know, Terri, we talk about the State Fair, and it wraps up this coming weekend, and it's not too long after that. In fact, just a few short weeks, and the new 4-H year begins anew. So how about the new 4-H year? Let's start there.
Yes, it starts September 1st. So 4-H is truly all year. We get a few weeks after the state fair to clean up the files and file away all the last of the information. And then we start enrolling people September 1st all over again. So if you heard something here that got you excited and you think it'd be great for your young person in your life, September 1st, we start enrollment once again.
Well, and with the new year is enrollment, Terri, when does that enrollment roll in or begin and end? Obviously begins September 1. So when does it end? When is the last day a person can join 4-H?
August 31st. The day before. Yeah, we could enroll somebody all throughout the year. There is no like magic deadline or you're out. However, we do have some deadlines set up for each county when you have to be signed up in order to participate in the fair. And those kind of depend on when the county fair is. So obviously in our unit, our first county fair is in June and it's September. So we have an earlier requirement to sign up and register for 4-H if you want to show. Whereas Logan, we have a later one because it's obviously not until August. So it's really important for folks to contact our office or check out our website if you want to see some deadlines that pertain to showing at the fair.
Sure. Terri, what if a person might wonder, is 4-H just showing at the fair? Is it all just a culminate? Is it all just a work up to the local county fair and then the state fair, or is there more to 4-H, throughout the course of the year?
Oh, yeah. I think we highlight that. And I'm glad you brought this up, Seth, because it's so much more. Most 4-Hers belong to a 4-H club, and the club usually meets once a month, in different locations, depending on what club you belong to. And there at the meetings, they learn how to run meetings. And it's very important for leadership training. If these kids are going to be our future leaders, they need to know how to organize themselves, how to run efficient meetings, and how that operates. So they learn how to run meetings. Then they get to hear from each other. So at every 4-H meeting, or most 4-H meetings, you're going to have different kids stand up and talk about different projects they're working on or different subjects they're interested in. And they can do what's called talks or demonstrations. So they may get up and talk to you about something that they've experienced. They may say, we went to Washington, D.C. and we experienced these things and I want to share them. Or they could do a demonstration. We had someone come in and demonstrate how to milk a cow. They didn't bring a cow with them. They brought a setup that simulated it, but by golly, all the kids there learned about milking cows. And so those kinds of things happen at the meetings every month. And then they also usually have a social time. They'll play games, they'll have snacks, all the fun stuff that we want to have as we socialize with others. Then there are different programs throughout the year that a 4-H member and oftentimes people who haven't signed up yet for 4-H can participate in. So like we just had our summer camps, our Sizzling summer camps, where we did different things. Like one of them was you were a detective and you had to figure something out. Another one was a cooking camp, so you learned how to cook. So those are opened up to members and often non-members as a way to get them introduced to 4-H and to learn the subjects. So there are often 4-H clubs plan trips. They go on trips together to explore things and learn. Of course, there's 4-H camp for the whole state of Illinois. Kids in 4-H can go to 4-H camp, which is an amazing experience. And if a kid hasn't done it, gosh, you've got to do it, because they never forget it. They carry it with them the rest of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
There's Leadership Academy. There's so many things. I would take up the rest of our time here, but there are so many ways to participate in 4-H beyond just the fair.
You know what, Terri? I'll tell you what, let's save that conversation for September, because we'll just be on the other side of the new 4-H year and we can just dive into all of that if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that would be great to
Sure.
really to talk about all the other things that you can do.
And I really apologize. I did not mean to leave us so little time for these two things, but I know you had some Hall of Fame winners that you wanted to recognize. How about that really quick, Terri?
Yeah, on our 4-H day on August 11th, we had some local 4-H Hall of Fame winners, and these are volunteers who have just been excellent volunteers throughout the year and really done a lot for the kids. And in Logan County, it was Amy Hyde. She is a retired 4-H program coordinator from Logan County, so she was recognized. David Mendenhall was recognized in Sangamon County. He's a longtime 4-H volunteer, served on our foundation and our extension council. And then Jerry Hicks, he was named as a finalist for the National 4-H Salute to Excellence Lifetime Volunteer Award, and he is our North Central Region winner. So we honor Jerry as well. So 3 awesome people, very deserving, and that makes the day very special as well.
Sure. Terri, quickly, we've got about 4 minutes here with you. Very quickly, highlight your Master Gardeners and the things going on with them.
All right. We're winding up the year on the growing season, but if you have questions, I just want to remind folks that we have a garden help desk. If you call 217-782-4617, which is our Sangamon County Extension office, we have Master Gardeners on duty to help answer your gardening questions for your home. You can also go to our website, go to our contact page. You can fill out the form, send pictures. Why is my oak tree looking bad? And those folks will help you. So please take advantage of our garden help desk with our Master Gardeners. And if you would like to be a Master Gardener, please reach out to us and let us know, because we often do fall trainings in addition to our spring training if we have enough people interested. So I'm just making a call out. If you'd like to be a Master Gardener, please contact our office and get on the list for training.
Very good. Anything else with the Master Gardeners there, Terri?
Visit the Idea Garden and check out our website under the events tab. We have lots of online lessons, including one that's coming up August 22nd about greenhouses. So if you're thinking about a greenhouse, a free webinar on August 22nd is for you.
Sure. Do folks do greenhouses at their homes, Terri?
Oh, yes.
Do they really?
Many people-
I've thought about that
Yeah.
before, but I've never known if that's like something that I could actually do.
Yeah, many people do.
Hmm.
Of course, they're smaller. If you live in a place where you have lots of space, they're bigger. But that's the beauty of this webinar. It's going to kind of talk about some of your options.
Hey, maybe I should go to that webinar, Terri.
I was gonna say, it's 1:30 to 2:30. Are you done by then?
Oh, I'm done by then for sure. I don't, but I think I might get dinged for like doing a webinar at work though. I might get dinged for that one. So
It's research.
what's that?
You're just doing research.
Yes,
Seth.
there you
Don't-
go. Exactly. Hey, that's the good way to do it. That's the way to approach it. Very good, Terri. No, and the nice thing is, I was just going to say, will that be available after the fact? I mean, will that go up on like YouTube or your website or anything where I can maybe revisit it?
Yeah, typically they record those. It's part of the Four Seasons gardening session. So, and those, if you go to the state website, extension.illinois.edu, you can search those, and they have a YouTube channel as well. So there's options.
For sure. Terri, again, the website for all things extension.
Sure, extension.illinois.edu/LMF.
Very good. Hey, Terri, it's always good to talk with you. What's kind of coming up for you after the fair? I know you start the 4-H year. Anything on your radar as you look forward?
Well, my daughter's going back to school and my grandchild's turning 1. So on a personal level, I'm going to get to double down on mom and grandma duties.
Hey, there you go. Good stuff. Well, enjoy all of that. That's a great time. Hey, Terri, it's always good to talk with you. Thanks for making time for us. Terri Miller-Casey, Extension Director for the U of I Extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties, our guest on the phone here this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. Network news on the way here on the WHOW Morning Show, streaming live online all the time at DeWittDailyNews.com.